Chapter 1 Respawn. Noel Park had never known hell until he stepped into the main hall of Anime Nexus Con. Thousands of bodies pressed shoulder to shoulder. A tsunami of chatter, camera flashes, and clashing perfumes. A giant LED banner scrolled overhead. Welcome to Anime Nexus, where fandoms collide. Noel just wanted to find the indie horror games booth, grab the free swag bag, and leave before anyone recognized him. He tugged the black hoodie further over his face. Most of the time, he liked being Nas, the faceless horror streamer who made a living shrieking at ghosts on Twitch. But here, in the real world, people wanted selfies. They'd grab him, call him Screamy Boy, or worse, ask him to do the scream. No thanks. He edged sideways to avoid a girl in a 9-foot mecha suit, muttering apologies as he squeezed past. He was almost to the end of the aisle when something collided with him hard. It felt like being tackled by a feather pillow at high speed. Noel stumbled back, arms pinwheeling. His phone flew from his grip, smacking the floor. A splash of pink and black filled his vision before he landed on his ass. "Shit, sorry," a voice blurted. Noel blinked up. A pair of silver cat ears twitched above a heart-shaped face framed by glossy black hair streaked with neon pink. The guy wore a corset layered over a cropped lace blouse, a pleated skirt with black garters, and thigh-high boots. A plush cat tail swished behind him. Kai Takeda, better known as Velveteen, viral cosplayer, Twitch partner, and cause of at least 3 million horny tweets per month. Noel's mouth went dry. Kai crouched down, a lock of pink hair falling across his cheek. "Are you okay?" Noel opened his mouth to say something scathing, but all that came out was a strangled, Kai smiled, warm and a little sheepish. "Here, let me help." He extended a gloved hand. Noel looked at the hand like it might explode. Then, reluctantly, he took it. Kai's grip was surprisingly strong, hauling him upright in one fluid motion. "God, I'm such a klutz," Kai said, brushing imaginary dust off Noel's sleeve. "You sure you're not hurt?" Noel finally found his voice. "Fine. You shouldn't sprint indoors." Kai laughed, the sound bubbling up like carbonation. "Guilty. I was late for a meet and greet." His silver eyes flicked over Noel's face, recognition sparking. "Wait, no way. You're Nas." "No, I'm not," Noel lied instantly. Kai tilted his head, cat ears perking. "Yes, you are. You're the dude who shrieks on Twitch while playing Blood Harvest." A few people nearby turned to stare. Noel hissed under his breath, "Shut up." Kai only grinned wider. "I knew it. You're even cuter in person." Noel's ears burned. "I'm not. Don't call me that." Kai winked, pink gloss catching the overhead lights. "Relax, Nas. I'm a fan." "I don't need fans," Noel muttered. He bent to pick up his phone. The screen was miraculously uncracked. When he straightened, Kai was studying him with a mischievous tilt to his lips. "I'm doing a Leora cosplay tomorrow. You should stop by." "I'm busy," Noel said automatically. Kai stepped close, too close. Noel could smell his perfume. Something sweet, almost like strawberries. "Scared you'll scream if I jump out in costume?" Noel glared up at him. "I don't scream." Kai's grin was pure trouble. "Prove it." Noel opened his mouth to retort, but a staff member in a Nexus t-shirt rushed over. "Velveteen, you're needed at the signing table." Kai sighed theatrically. "Duty calls." He turned to Noel, lowering his voice. "Seriously, come by tomorrow. I'll be at booth D14. We could hang out. Or collab." Before Noel could reply, Kai was striding away, cat tail flicking behind him. Noel stood frozen in the aisle, heart jackhammering. "Collab," he whispered under his breath. As if. And yet, as he forced himself to walk away, he couldn't stop picturing Kai's smile. The way he'd looked at Noel like they shared some secret. Like maybe he knew something Noel didn't. Somewhere in the pit of his stomach, something warm and dangerous unfurled. He hated it, but he also couldn't wait to see Kai again. Chapter 2 Velvet and Pixels. 2 weeks after Anime Nexus, Noel Park was trying very hard to forget about Kai Takeda. He'd successfully ghosted several DMs from Kai on Twitter, ignored 2 Discord friend requests, and forcibly pushed away every mental replay of that convention collision. The softness of Kai's costume, the way he'd smiled like they were sharing an inside joke. Unfortunately, the internet had other plans. Noel was halfway through a solo Twitch stream, eyes glued to his monitor as he maneuvered his character down a flickering, blood-soaked hallway in Nightfall Asylum. Sweat dampened his hair under his headset. His chat was a rolling flood of text and emotes. "Nas, you're gonna die. I'm so scared, RN. Please keep going, LOL." Noel hunched closer to the screen. "Okay. This next corridor should trigger the..." A sudden sound effect boomed through his headphones. Discord incoming call. Noel jumped and almost threw his mouse across the desk. He glanced at the corner of his screen and froze. A Discord window popped up. Incoming call from Velveteen. Noel's entire chat exploded. "Velveteen. OMG. Is this real life?" He hit decline. The call reappeared 2 seconds later. Incoming call from Velveteen. Noel stabbed at the decline button again. No. Nope. Absolutely not. The third time, the call connected before he could stop it. A familiar voice filled his headset, sweet as candy. "Hey, Nas." Noel ground his teeth. "What do you want?" Kai's camera feed flickered on, revealing his face in perfect high def. His hair was styled back with pink streaks glinting under LED lights. Cat ears perched on his head, swaying slightly as he leaned forward. "Miss me?" Kai purred. Noel scowled. "How did you even get into my call?" "Your mods let me in," Kai said brightly. "I bribed them with free signed prints." Noel groaned. "I'm firing my entire mod team." Kai ignored him. "Anyway, I saw you streaming Nightfall Asylum. You're not gonna make me watch you play that alone, are you?" "I don't need company," Noel snapped. "And especially not from you." Kai clutched his chest dramatically. "Wow. Wounded. You know, for someone who claims to be fearless, you sure scream a lot." "I do not scream." Kai pointed to the chat. "They disagree." Noel's chat was spamming. "He totally screams. Please play co-op, Kai." Kai clasped his hands together, voice sugary. "Play co-op with me. Please." Noel hesitated. No. No way." Kai's grin turned wicked. "If you don't, I'll leak the video of you getting jump-scared by a rubber duck in 5 Nights at Fowl Farm." Noel's face went crimson. "That was one time." Kai gave him puppy eyes. "Then let's play. For your fans." Noel glared at the camera. "Fine. But if you get me killed, I swear." Kai beamed. "Deal." They loaded into the co-op mode of Nightfall Asylum. Their avatars spawned inside a decrepit hospital lobby, walls crusted in grime and blood. Flickering lights cast eerie shadows as a storm raged outside. Noel adjusted his mic. "Okay, stick close to me." The game scales enemy difficulty for co-op. Kai tilted his head. "So, you're saying I should protect you?" "No. I'm protecting you." "Cute," Kai teased. Noel ignored him. "Doors on the left. We checked the ICU first." Kai followed his in-game character, a sleek female avatar in combat boots, staying uncomfortably close behind. In the darkness, their footsteps echoed. Suddenly, a blood-drenched nurse lunged out of a broken door, shrieking at an ungodly pitch. Noel screamed and flung himself backward in his gaming chair, nearly knocking over his water bottle. Kai laughed so hard he nearly fell out of frame. "Oh my God. Clip it. Clip it." Noel sat panting, face scarlet. "I hate you." Kai wiped tears from his eyes. "I've never heard a grown man scream like that. Beautiful." Chat was losing its mind. "I'm crying. Best stream ever." Kai's laugh though. Kai calmed down enough to speak again, his voice dropping a little lower. "Hey, I'm really glad you're here. I miss talking to you." Noel blinked at him. "Why?" Kai shifted slightly, gaze softening. "Because when I'm streaming alone, sometimes it feels like I'm performing. With you, it feels real." Noel's chest tightened. He tried to hide it with a scoff. You're such a drama queen. Maybe, Kai said, smile lingering. But I meant it. They kept playing for another hour. Kai surprised Noel by actually being good. He memorized enemy spawn points, knew when to conserve ammo, and even pulled Noel out of a mob of monsters more than once. As the session ended, Kai's voice turned gentle again. Hey, think we could do this again sometime? Not for the fans. Just for us? Noel swallowed hard. Maybe. Kai's grin was pure sunshine. Good night, Naz. He signed off, leaving Noel staring at the blank screen. Noel's chat went ballistic. Naz has a crush. Y'all are basically dating now. Ship confirmed. Noel shut off the stream, heart pounding. Because the worst part was, they might be right. Chapter 3, Crossplay. 2 weeks after their chaotic co-op stream, Noel Park was doing the one thing he'd sworn he'd never do. Walking into a cosplay studio. The place smelled like fabric glue, paint, and something vaguely sweet, like melted chocolate. Racks of costumes lined the walls, shimmering under fluorescent lights. Mannequins wore elaborate wigs, leather armor, and silk kimonos. Noel hovered in the doorway, scowling. He wasn't even sure why he'd agreed to come. Kai had texted him 5 times that week. Come help me with my new cosplay. You'll love it. I promise it's not pink cat ears this time. Okay, maybe it is, but just a little. Please? Pleading face. You're my good luck charm. Noel wasn't anyone's good luck charm. But he'd come anyway. And now he stood here regretting everything. A voice called from deeper in the studio. Naz? That you? Kai Takeda emerged from behind a curtain, shirtless and sweaty, a tape measure dangling around his neck. His hair was up in a messy bun, pink streaks sticking out in wild angles. His skin gleamed under the lights, highlighting the definition in his shoulders and arms. Noel swallowed hard. What are you wearing? Kai glanced down at himself. Nothing. Yet. Noel's brain short-circuited for a full 3 seconds. Kai stepped closer, eyes bright. You came. I wasn't sure you would. Noel crossed his arms. You texted me so much my phone nearly blocked your number automatically. Kai pouted. Mean. Anyway, here. He thrust a bundle of crimson and black fabric into Noel's hands. Noel stared at it. The hell is this? Kai clasped his hands behind his back, suddenly looking shy. It's Leora. Noel blinked. Wait, Leora from Nightfall Asylum? You're cross-playing Leora? Kai's grin exploded. Yup, you love her, right? The Blood Queen look? I want to do it justice. And I want you to help me. Noel opened and closed his mouth like a fish. He'd spent literal hours ranting on stream about how hot Leora was. The monstrous queen drenched in gore. The ultimate horror game waifu. He did not want to think about Kai in that outfit. Or worse, how good Kai would look in it. Kai continued breathlessly. I'm debuting the cosplay at NexusCon next month. And maybe on your stream. The fans would lose their minds. Absolutely not, Noel barked. You're not wearing that on my stream. Kai's grin turned sly. So you admit it's hot. I didn't say that. Kai patted his cheek condescendingly. Relax. Just help me lace it up. He disappeared behind the curtain, leaving Noel standing there, clutching a pile of crimson satin and fishnet like it might spontaneously combust. A minute later, Kai's voice floated out, muffled. Naz? Little help. Noel sucked in a deep breath and stepped behind the curtain. Kai was half-dressed in the corset, his back bare, creamy skin dusted with glitter. The crimson satin hugged his waist, cinched tight. Black ribbons dangled loose, and the skirt was shredded in artful strips. Kai was panting lightly. I can't reach the top laces. Noel stared, heat pooling low in his belly. Why are you doing this to me? Because it's fun watching you short-circuit. Fuck you, Noel muttered, moving closer. Kai braced himself against the wall as Noel's fingers brushed his spine. Slowly, Noel threaded the black ribbons, tugging them tight. His knuckles grazed warm skin, sending sparks skittering up his arms. Kai let out a tiny gasp. God, that's tight. Want me to loosen it? Noel asked, voice hoarse. Kai looked over his shoulder, eyes half-lidded. No. I like it tight. Noel's breath caught. He yanked the final ribbon harder than necessary. Kai let out a sharp hiss. Ow. Sadist. Noel stepped back abruptly. Done. Kai spun to face him, and Noel almost fainted. Kai looked unreal. The blood-red corset framed his slender waist, the shredded skirt revealing glimpses of pale thigh. Dark makeup rimmed his silver eyes, streaks of crimson painted down his cheeks like blood tears. The fishnet stockings stretched over toned legs, disappearing into thigh-high boots. Kai struck a pose, hands on hips. Well? Noel's tongue felt glued to the roof of his mouth. You look fuck. Kai grinned. High praise. Noel scowled, crossing his arms. It's ridiculous. People are gonna freak out. Kai stepped closer, voice low. Maybe I want them to. Noel swallowed hard. Why? Kai's grin faded a fraction. His voice softened. Because I'm tired of pretending, of only showing people the polished bits. I want them to see this, all of me. Noel blinked at him. Kai, why me? Kai's fingers brushed Noel's cheek, featherlight. Because when you look at me, it's like you're trying not to look. It's honest. Noel felt his pulse hammering so loudly he couldn't hear anything else. You're exhausting. Kai chuckled. And you're worth it. Then Kai spun away again, hair swirling. Anyway, wanna help me make fake blood? Noel gaped. Fake? What? Kai winked. For the costume. Got a perfect the Leora gore. Don't worry. It's edible. Tastes like cherry. Noel stared at him in horror, and something dangerously close to wonder. Because somehow, against all logic, he found himself following Kai deeper into the studio. And for the first time in weeks, he was smiling. Chapter 4, Co-op Mode. The main arena of the Grand Nexus tournament was a cathedral of LED lights, neon signage, and the dull roar of thousands of fans. Giant screens overhead flashed rotating player names. Sponsors like Monster Energy and Hypercore Gaming plastered every surface. Noel Park tightened his grip on his controller and stared at the bracket display on the overhead screen. This was his world, his stage. Here he was Nas, top-ranked horror gamer, master of speedruns and perfect headshots. No distractions. No drama. Just pure focus and winning. Until Kai Takeda strolled into the arena. Kai looked like a cyberpunk rock star. He wore skin-tight black leather pants with silver buckles and a cropped jacket that bared a flash of his toned stomach. A pink headset hung around his neck, and a laminated competitor badge swung from his belt. He waved at Noel like they were old buddies bumping into each other at a coffee shop. Yo, Nas. Noel's eyes went huge. What the fuck are you doing here? Kai blinked innocently. Entering the tourney. Duh. Noel gaped at him. You're not a competitive gamer. Kai stuck out his tongue. Don't be rude. I game plenty. You play cozy farming sims and stream yourself in cat ears. Kai's grin widened. Exactly. It's called range. Noel rubbed his temples. This is my career, not a cosplay contest. Kai leaned closer, eyes glimmering. Then let's see if I can keep up. Noel stomped over to the player registration desk, determined to avoid Kai at all costs. But fate, or perhaps the universe's twisted sense of humor, had other plans. Halfway through the day, the tournament host, a woman with neon blue hair and a mic headset, stepped onto the main stage. Surprise twist, folks, she shouted. This year's final bracket will be pairs format. Noel's jaw dropped. The audience screamed. The host kept talking, amped on adrenaline. Names will be randomly drawn to form duos. Let's hear it for teamwork. Noel felt a chill run down his spine. No, 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 no. A volunteer pulled slips of paper from a spinning raffle drum. Cameras zoomed in as the host read the first name. Noel Park, aka Nas. Noel froze like a deer in headlights. And his partner will be Kai Takeda, aka Velveteen. The entire arena erupted in shrieks. Some fans screamed in delight. Others just screamed in disbelief. Kai whirled to Noel and grabbed his arm. Fate. Baby. Noel wanted to die. Their match was set for the final round. A custom co-op horror shooter called Night Siege. Noel tried to pace backstage. This is a nightmare. I can't believe I'm paired with you. Kai was doing lunges beside him, his leather pants squeaking with every movement. Why? Scared I'll drag you down? Yes. Kai stopped lunging and pointed at him. Don't underestimate me, Naz. Name 3 games you've finished on Nightmare mode. Kai counted on his fingers. Nightfall Asylum, Demon Lockdown, and... Okay, fine, I play Animal Crossing on Nightmare mode because Tom Nook is terrifying. Noel threw his hands up. I'm doomed. The buzzer sounded. Their gamer tags flashed across the stadium jumbotron. Player 1, Naz. Player 2, Velveteen. Their avatars spawned on a rooftop in the middle of a burning city. Enemies skittered below. Zombies, demons, creatures with multiple heads and barbed tails. Noel barked into his mic. Stick close. Let me lead. Kai rolled his eyes. Chill, Captain. They stormed through corridors, blasting creatures left and right. Kai was surprisingly sharp, quick aim, flawless reloads, dodging enemies like he'd memorized the map. Noel stole a glance at him between waves. Why are you so good at this? Kai shot a demon's head off and blew him a kiss. I only pretend to suck on stream. It's good for tips. Noel nearly dropped his controller. Halfway through, the game threw a curveball. A monstrous boss rose from the flames. A towering creature with flayed skin, glowing red eyes, and claws the size of scythes. The announcer's voice boomed through the stadium speakers. Final boss. The Revenant. Fans screamed as health bars flashed on the big screen. Kai sucked in a breath. Oh shit. Revenant's an RNG nightmare. I know. Noel snapped. Focus fire on the left shoulder. Copy that, Captain. Bullets flew. Sparks and blood sprayed across the screen. Kai shouted callouts as precisely as a pro. Summon ads, back left. Reloading, cover me. Noel was stunned. Where the hell did you learn to talk like that? Kai winked. Been watching your streams, babe. Their chemistry was electric. Noel moved, Kai followed. Kai flanked, Noel covered him. The Revenant's health bar plummeted. The crowd's roar built to a fever pitch. Finally, Kai threw a grenade, and Noel delivered the killing headshot. The Revenant exploded in a shower of gore and pixels. Mission complete! Flashed on the screen. The entire arena exploded with cheers. Kai screamed and launched himself at Noel. Before Noel could dodge, Kai grabbed his face in both hands and pressed a fierce, lingering kiss to his cheek. Cameras flashed. Fans shrieked. Streamers clipped the moment instantly. Kai pulled back, grinning, breathless. Told you I'm secretly good. Noel could barely speak. You kissed me. In front of thousands of people. Kai's eyes sparkled. Worth it. After the match, fans crowded around them for selfies. Kai waved and signed autographs, still clinging to Noel's arm. Every time someone mentioned the kiss, Noel's face turned bright red. Eventually, Kai leaned in and whispered, Hey, dinner's on me, to celebrate our epic win. Noel glared at him. I hate you, Kai beamed. And yet, you keep showing up. Noel opened his mouth for a retort but found he had none. Because deep down, under all the irritation and chaos, he liked that Kai kept showing up too. Chapter 5 Patch Update. The after-party for the Grand Nexus tournament was held in a hotel ballroom that looked like the love child of a nightclub and a spaceship. Neon lights pulsed in blues and purples. A thudding bassline rattled the walls. Overhead, giant LED screens replayed tournament highlights, including the now infamous clip of Kai kissing Noel's cheek on stage. Noel Park hovered near the back of the room, gripping a plastic cup of flat soda like it was a lifeline. He hated parties. He hated strangers shouting over music. He especially hated that every few seconds, someone pointed at him and whispered, Hey, that's Naz, the guy Velveteen kissed. God help him. He was debating escape routes when a pair of arms snaked around his waist from behind. Found you. Noel stiffened. Kai, let go. Kai Takeda ignored him and pressed closer, his chin resting on Noel's shoulder. I've been looking everywhere for you. Why are you hiding? Because this place is a nightmare, Noel snapped. And everyone keeps staring at me like I'm your boyfriend. Kai purred in his ear. Maybe you should be. Noel's face went molten. He twisted around, trying to shove Kai off. Stop saying shit like that. Kai wore a black mesh shirt under an open silver jacket, glitter dusting his collarbones. His hair fell over one eye, pink streaks glowing under the lights. He looked like he belonged in a K-pop video or a particularly filthy dream. He reached up and trailed a fingertip down the front of Noel's hoodie. Why'd you come then? Noel scowled. My coach said I should network and maybe meet sponsors. Kai brightened. Perfect. Let's network. On the dance floor. No. Yes. No. Yes. Kai tugged his hand. Come on. One dance. Noel dug his heels in. I don't dance. Kai tilted his head. That's fine. I'll do the dancing. You just stand there and look hot. Noel blinked. What the fuck? Kai grabbed his other hand. Please? For me? Noel glanced around, praying for someone, anyone, to save him. But the crowd had parted slightly, giving them an accidental spotlight under shifting neon lights. People were already watching. Kai's grin was devilish. I'll make it worth your while. Noel hissed. Fine. One dance. Kai dragged him into the center of the floor. The DJ dropped the bass into a dirty, sensual rhythm. Bodies swayed around them. Kai pressed in close, hips rolling in slow circles. Noel tried to keep his arms stiff at his sides, but Kai kept winding himself tighter around him. Warm, lithe, and insistent. Relax, Kai murmured, his breath fanning Noel's ear. It's just music. This is not just music, Noel hissed back. This is mating rituals. Kai laughed and slotted one thigh between Noel's legs, pressing up. Noel made a strangled sound as a jolt of heat shot through his body. God, Kai! Kai moved faster, his body flush against Noel's. His hands slipped under the hem of Noel's hoodie, fingers skating over bare skin. Noel bit back a groan, clutching Kai's shoulders. Stop! People are watching. Kai's lips curved wickedly. Let them. As the song reached its crescendo, Kai leaned in and kissed Noel. Not a soft, teasing peck. This was a hard, possessive kiss, open-mouthed and hungry. Noel's brain went blank. All he could taste was Kai, sweet alcohol, strawberry gloss, and the faint tang of sweat. Kai's tongue flicked against his lip, coaxing him to open up. Noel did, without thinking, and Kai deepened the kiss, fingers threading into Noel's hair. Somewhere, a woman nearby shrieked, "Oh my God!" Noel snapped out of it and shoved Kai away, chest heaving. What the fuck was that? Kai licked his lips, breathing hard. Been wanting to do that for forever. Noel wiped his mouth, heart hammering. You're insane. Kai's eyes sparkled. And you love it. Noel's voice came out strangled. I do not. Kai tilted his head. So you didn't like kissing me? Noel opened his mouth, then shut it again. His whole body felt wired, like he'd just mainlined caffeine and adrenaline. Finally, he muttered, Shut up. Kai grinned. Your face is red. Noel shoved past him, storming toward the exit. I'm going back to my room. Kai called after him. Wait. At least let me walk you. No. Noel reached the elevator and punched the button repeatedly, willing it to arrive faster. Kai trotted up beside him, still glowing from the dance floor. I'm not letting you storm off alone, Kai said. You'll sulk in your room all night. Good. The elevator doors dinged open. Noel stomped in, hitting the button for his floor. Kai slipped in beside him. The doors closed. Silence fell. Kai's scent, sweet and musky, filled the small space. Noel tried not to look at him, tried not to remember the feel of Kai's lips. Kai cleared his throat. So, when are we streaming again? Noel let out a strangled groan. Are you serious right now? Kai leaned closer, voice dropping. I meant what I said on the dance floor. I want you, Naz. Noel pressed himself against the elevator wall. Don't. You're drunk. Kai's gaze was sharp. I'm tipsy, not drunk. And I know exactly what I'm saying. Noel glared at him. This is stupid. You're exhausting. Kai's grin turned soft. Yeah, but you keep showing up anyway. Before Noel could answer, the elevator dinged open. Kai reached out and brushed a kiss across his cheek. A whisper-light touch that made Noel's knees buckle. Good night, Naz. Then Kai slipped out into the hallway, leaving Noel panting, pulse skittering like a trapped bird. Noel stumbled into his hotel room and slammed the door shut. He dropped onto the bed, covering his face with his hands. This was getting out of control. Kai was dangerous. Too bright, too bold, too everything. And Noel wasn't sure how much longer he could keep pretending he didn't want more. Chapter 6, Critical Hit. Noel Park thought if he just ignored Kai long enough, the problem would go away. He was wrong. 3 days after the tournament afterparty, Noel sat in his apartment, finishing the final boss of a game called Deadlight Protocol. He hadn't checked his phone in hours. His chat was roaring with hype as he delivered the killing blow. Let's go, king shit. No screams this time, lol. Noel cracked a grin. I am unstoppable. Then the doorbell rang. He froze, controller midair. Slowly, he glanced at chat. Hold up, guys. He ripped off his headset, padded to the door, and peered through the peephole. Kai Takeda was outside, holding 2 large plastic grocery bags and wearing a pink surgical mask covered in tiny black cats. Noel cracked open the door half an inch. What are you doing here? Kai pulled down the mask, grinning. Emergency. You haven't answered any of my texts, so I brought ramen. Noel scowled. That's not an emergency. It is if I say it is. Kai gently muscled past him into the apartment, bags rustling. Whoa, cozy in here. Noel sputtered. Hey, don't just Kai. But Kai was already setting bags on the kitchen counter, unpacking containers of noodles, eggs, pork slices, and scallions. I went to that place you love on 4th Street. You looked like you needed a rescue mission. I do not need a rescue mission. Kai ignored him. Where's your bowls? Noel grumbled and opened a cabinet, grabbing 2 mismatched bowls. Kai started plating food, humming under his breath. Noel tried not to watch the way his slim wrists flexed as he lifted chopsticks and ladled broth. Finally, Noel folded his arms. I was streaming. Kai set a bowl in front of him. Then your audience can wait. You have to eat. Noel glared. Stop taking care of me. Kai arched a brow. You think this is taking care of you? You keep showing up. Kai leaned across the counter, close enough that Noel caught a hint of strawberry shampoo. Maybe because I want to. Noel's stomach flipped. Well, don't. Kai lifted his bowl. Cheers. Noel just stared at him. I hate you. Kai slurped noodles. I know. Eat. Half an hour later, they were both sprawled on Noel's couch, empty bowls stacked on the coffee table. Noel tried to focus on the game credits rolling on the muted TV screen, but Kai's presence next to him was impossible to ignore. Kai tipped his head back, eyes half closed. Ugh, I'm so full. Good. Maybe you'll go home. Kai cracked one eye open. You want me to go home? Noel hesitated. Yes, obviously. Kai poked him in the thigh. Liar. Noel yelped. Don't poke me. Kai rolled sideways, curling closer. Why are you fighting this so hard? Fighting what? Kai propped his chin on his palm. Us. There is no us, Noel said quickly. Kai pursed his lips. You sure about that? 'Cause we've kissed twice. We've streamed together. And I've basically seen you cry playing horror games. Noel scowled. Once. Twice. Noel crossed his arms. We're not a thing. Kai leaned closer, eyes darkening. Then why are you looking at me like that? Noel blinked. Like what? Like you're trying not to kiss me. Noel froze. I am not. Kai cut him off by sliding into his lap. Noel's breath hitched. Kai! Kai's hands slipped under the hem of Noel's hoodie, warm fingers brushing bare skin. Tell me you don't want this. Noel clenched his jaw. Kai, stop. But Kai was already kissing him, soft and coaxing, the taste of pork broth and sweetness lingering on his lips. Noel tried to shove him off. Instead, his hands tangled in Kai's hair, pulling him closer. Kai smiled against his mouth. See, shut up, Noel growled, and kissed him harder. Kai made a soft noise, part whimper, part laugh. His tongue slid against Noel's, slow and deliberate. Noel lost track of everything, the TV, the world, even the room around them. All he could feel was Kai's heat, Kai's weight straddling his thighs, the slick glide of Kai's mouth. Kai broke the kiss to murmur, voice husky, "Let me stay tonight." Noel's pulse pounded in his ears. "Don't be ridiculous." Kai rolled his hips deliberately, pressing down. Noel sucked in a ragged breath, biting back a groan. Kai whispered, "Say yes." Noel clutched his hips. "Kai, I swear to God." Kai's smile turned wicked. "Are you gonna throw me out?" Noel hesitated. Kai tilted his head, eyes glinting. "That's what I thought." Eventually, Noel pried Kai off him and shoved him onto the other end of the couch. Both of them were flushed and breathing hard. Kai pouted, licking swollen lips. "Why won't you admit you like me?" Noel scrubbed a hand over his face. "Because you're chaos, and I don't do chaos." Kai leaned forward. "Too bad. Chaos likes you." Noel dropped his head back, groaning. "This is a mistake." Kai curled a hand around Noel's wrist. His voice softened. "Look, I know I'm intense, but I don't want to just be some fling for your fans to ship. I like you, Naz. The real you." Noel's chest tightened. "You don't even know the real me." Kai tilted his head. "Then let me." Noel stared at him for a long moment, caught between fear and desire. He wanted to push Kai away, but he also wanted to grab him and never let go. Finally, he muttered, "I'll think about it." Kai grinned. "Good, because I'm not going anywhere." A moment later, Noel's phone buzzed on the coffee table. Kai lunged for it and read the screen before Noel could stop him. Kai's eyes went wide. "You got invited to the Nexus Awards?" Noel winced. "Yeah." "So?" Kai squealed. "That's huge. It's like the Oscars for streamers." "You're going, right?" Noel shifted. "I wasn't planning on it." Kai smacked his arm. "Are you insane? You have to go." Noel glared. "It's just another circus." Kai's grin turned sly. "Then take me as your plus one." Noel choked. "Absolutely not." Kai beamed. "We'll match outfits. I'll wear something slutty." Noel dropped his face into his hands. "God, why?" Kai patted his shoulder. "Because, babe, we'd look amazing together." Noel groaned. Deep down, though, he felt the faintest traitorous thrill at the idea. And he knew that somehow, Kai would get his way. Chapter 7, The Velvet Plan. The next day, Noel Park woke up to 37 missed texts from Kai Takeda. He read them blearily, eyes crusty from staying up too late editing his latest horror compilation. "So I found the perfect suit for you for the Nexus Awards. Black, sleek, hot. Also, there's this double-breasted look with mesh panels. Just saying. I'm getting a custom outfit. It might involve sequins. And no shirt. Please say you're going." Folded hands. Noel groaned and rolled over, burying his face in his pillow. But a few seconds later, his phone buzzed again. "I'm outside." Noel sat bolt upright. "No." He stumbled to the window and peeked out. Sure enough, Kai was standing on the sidewalk, wearing a pink windbreaker and a mask with glittery cat whiskers. He was waving a large iced coffee in the air like a surrender flag. Noel threw the window open. "Go home." Kai cupped his hands around his mouth. "Not until you agree to the Nexus Awards." Neighbors were staring. Someone across the street pulled out their phone to film. Noel hissed, "Get up here before you cause a scene." Minutes later, Kai burst into Noel's apartment, iced coffee in one hand and a garment bag draped over his shoulder. "Emergency fashion intervention," he announced. Noel crossed his arms. "I'm not going." Kai ignored him and unzipped the garment bag, revealing a sleek black suit with sharp lapels and subtle satin accents. Look, it's classy, sexy, dark prince vibes. Noel eyed it suspiciously. How much did this cost? Kai waved him off. Doesn't matter. Noel scowled. I'm not wearing mesh. Kai's grin turned wicked. But imagine the fan art. Noel pointed at the door. Out. Kai pouted. Come on. You deserve to show up and look hot. You're nominated for Best Horror Streamer. That's huge. It's a popularity contest. Kai softened. Nas, this stuff matters. People love you, and I want to see you get credit for how hard you work. Noel glanced away, heat creeping up his neck. Stop saying nice things. Kai stepped closer, voice dropping. Why? Scared you'll melt. Noel shoved him lightly. Shut up. Kai twirled the suit jacket. Try it on. Noel backed away. No. Kai lunged and trapped him against the couch, gripping the lapels of Noel's hoodie. Please. For me. Noel scowled. That's not fair. You always say that. Kai smirked. Because it works. 10 minutes later, Noel stood in front of his bedroom mirror wearing the black suit. It hugged his shoulders perfectly, tapering at the waist. Kai fussed over the collar, adjusting it every few seconds. Holy shit, Kai whispered. I want to climb you like a tree. Noel flinched. Kai! Kai trailed a fingertip down the line of the lapel. You look so fucking good right now. Noel rolled his eyes. Stop drooling. Kai leaned in, pressing his mouth to Noel's ear. Or what? Noel's entire body tensed. Or I'll kick you out. Kai slid closer, voice dropping. Do it. Noel opened his mouth to tell him off, but Kai kissed him instead. It started soft, Kai's lips brushing his in gentle passes. But then Kai tugged the jacket lapels and pressed harder, his tongue teasing at the seam of Noel's mouth until he gave in and parted his lips. Noel let out a muffled groan as Kai deepened the kiss. The suit felt suddenly too tight, heat blooming low in his stomach. Kai's hands slipped under the hem of Noel's shirt, skimming over skin, tracing the hard lines of his stomach. Kai pulled back just enough to murmur, breathless. Let me help you take it off. Noel snapped out of it, grabbing Kai's wrists. Nope, Kai whined. Come on. Noel shoved him away, panting. I'm not getting naked for you in the middle of my apartment. Kai pouted. Coward. Noel glared. Out. Kai sighed and held up his hands in surrender. Fine. But you're wearing that suit to the awards. Noel yanked off the jacket and tossed it at him. We'll see. Later that afternoon, Kai texted him while Noel was back on stream. So, wanna come over tonight? Noel typed back. No. We could test your suit, and maybe practice your acceptance speech. Naked. Noel nearly dropped his keyboard. His chat lit up with curiosity. Who you texting, Nazi eyes? Spill the tea. Velveteen? Noel slammed his laptop shut. I'm ending stream early. Bye. An hour later, Noel found himself standing outside Kai's condo. He didn't even remember deciding to come. His body had just walked there. Kai answered the door wearing nothing but gray sweatpants and a crop top that said "Bite me" in sparkly letters. Noel's brain fizzled out. Kai grinned. Took you long enough. Noel shoved past him. I'm not staying long. Kai grabbed his arm. We'll see. Kai's place was cluttered but cozy. Posters of anime and gaming characters covered the walls. A ring light glowed softly in the corner. Half a dozen cosplay wigs were perched on mannequin heads, glaring in technicolor. Kai pushed him onto the couch and plopped into his lap. So, the awards. Noel grumbled. I'm not going. Kai straddled him, voice silky. I'll make you a deal. Noel squinted. What kind of deal? Kai leaned forward, lips brushing Noel's ear. If you go, I'll do whatever you want afterward. Noel swallowed. Whatever I want? Kai smiled wickedly. Anything. Noel stared at him, mouth dry. You're dangerous. Kai rocked his hips forward. You love it. Noel tried to speak, but Kai kissed him again, all heat and demand. Noel's hands slipped under Kai's shirt, feeling the warmth of his skin. Kai moaned softly, hips rolling deeper into Noel's lap. Kai whispered, "Say yes." Noel broke the kiss, breathless. "Fine. I'll go." Kai beamed. "See? That wasn't so hard." Noel glared. "I hate you." Kai nuzzled his nose. "Liar." As Noel left a few hours later, Kai called after him, "Don't forget, I'm designing our matching looks." Noel flipped him off over his shoulder. Kai just laughed, eyes glowing like neon. And as Noel stepped out into the cool night air, he found himself smiling despite everything. Chapter 8 Dress Rehearsal. The week before the Nexus Awards was pure chaos. Noel Park was regretting everything. He stood in the middle of a boutique fitting room while a tailor poked him in the ribs, adjusting seams on the sleek black suit Kai had picked out. The fabric shimmered subtly under the lights. Felt like wearing $1 million body bag. Kai Takeda was lounging on a velvet chair across the room, legs crossed, snapping photos on his phone. "Stop taking pictures," Noel hissed. Kai grinned. "No." The tailor, a tiny older man with a tape measure around his neck, clicked his tongue. "Hold still, young man." Noel muttered, "I hate this." Kai beamed. "You love it." "I don't." "Your ass looks amazing in those pants." The tailor sniffed. "Indeed. Very good cut." Noel's face went nuclear. Once the tailor was satisfied, Kai practically dragged Noel into the next fitting room. "Now it's my turn," Kai sang, stripping off his hoodie in one swift motion. Noel squeaked and whirled around. "Warn me first." Kai was already stepping into a pair of high-waisted black trousers and a matching vest, embroidered with glinting silver threads. He slid into a sheer mesh shirt beneath it, the fabric hugging the lean lines of his torso. Noel risked a glance and felt his brain break. Kai turned, posing. "Well," Noel croaked, there's no shirt. That's just net." "It's fashion," Kai sniffed. "Besides, you can see my tattoos." Noel blinked. "You have tattoos?" Kai winked and turned sideways, pulling the mesh aside to reveal a delicate ink design. A pair of angel wings curled around his ribs. Noel's throat went dry. "When did you?" "Years ago." Kai's grin turned mischievous. "Want to touch it?" Noel made a strangled noise and backed into a clothes rack. Kai followed him, voice dropping. "You're allowed to touch, you know." "I'm not touching anything." Kai leaned closer. "What if I beg?" Noel blurted. "We're in public." Kai purred. "So," Noel hissed, "put a shirt on." Kai cackled. "You're no fun." They left the boutique an hour later, Kai practically bouncing beside him. "Okay, plan for the awards. We show up matching. We smile for the cameras. We slay. Then afterward, we slay each other." Noel choked. "That is not happening." Kai wiggled his brows. "We'll see." Later that evening, Noel was back at Kai's condo for the so-called dress rehearsal. Kai insisted it was necessary to practice posing together for red carpet photos. Kai slipped into his awards outfit. Black mesh, tailored vest, and those impossibly tight trousers. He gestured dramatically. "Okay. Pretend there's paparazzi all around us." Noel muttered, "I hate this." Kai rolled his eyes. "Come here." He yanked Noel in close, curling an arm around his waist. "Now look at me like you're obsessed." Noel scowled. "I'm not obsessed." Kai tilted his face up. "Try harder." Noel glared at him for a few seconds. Kai tilted his head, softening his gaze. His lips parted slightly, eyes shining under the warm lights. Noel's glare wavered. Kai whispered, "Just look at me like you want to devour me." Noel sputtered, "Don't say shit like that." Kai whispered, "Devour me." Noel's composure shattered. He grabbed Kai's face and kissed him so hard Kai stumbled back a step. Kai made a breathy, surprised noise, but immediately melted into him, arms winding around Noel's neck. The kiss deepened, tongues sliding together. Noel groaned as Kai pressed closer, the mesh fabric brushing sensitive skin where his shirt had ridden up. Kai broke away with a gasp. "Okay. Maybe you're a little obsessed." Shut up, Noel panted, pressing another quick kiss to Kai's lips. You're infuriating. Kai giggled, still clinging to him. And you're hot when you're mad. Noel rolled his eyes. This is ridiculous. Kai smirked. You're still wearing the suit. You're the one making it ridiculous. Noel glanced down and realized he was, in fact, still wearing his tailored black suit. The expensive fabric was now wrinkled and rumpled. One lapel half-popped. Kai bit his lip. God, you look like someone's corrupt politician kink. Noel groaned. I'm leaving. Kai tugged him back. Not until we practice one more pose. Noel growled. Fine. 1. Kai pressed himself flush against Noel's chest, hooking his arms around Noel's neck. Now look at me like I'm the only thing you want in the world. Noel glared. I'm not. Kai whispered. Naz, please. Noel inhaled sharply, and just for a moment, he let himself look. Really look. Kai's bright silver eyes, the faint dusting of glitter on his cheeks, the delicate lines of his collarbones under the mesh, the way his lips were parted, waiting. Noel cupped Kai's face, thumb brushing over his cheekbone. You're the most exhausting person I've ever met. Kai smiled faintly. But I don't want you to stop showing up. Kai's grin turned radiant. Told you. And then Kai kissed him again, softer this time. Slower. The kind of kiss that felt like a secret promise. They broke apart, both breathing hard. Kai rested his forehead against Noel's. You're coming to the awards. Noel sighed. Yeah, I'm coming. Kai's eyes sparkled. And you're gonna look so hot in that suit. Noel groaned. God help me. Kai leaned in and whispered. Afterward, you're mine. Noel shivered. We'll see. But secretly, he was already thinking about Kai's lips. And mesh. And exactly what might happen when the red carpet lights went out. Chapter 9, Red Carpet Respawn. The night of the Nexus Awards arrived like an ambush boss fight. Noel Park stood frozen in his hotel room mirror, staring at his reflection in the sleek black suit. His hair was perfectly styled, skin powdered to a matte finish. He looked grown up, terrifyingly so. He tugged at his collar. I can't do this. Kai Takeda, sprawled on the hotel bed behind him, yawned. Yes, you can. Also, stop messing up the collar. I spent an hour fixing it. Noel spun around. Why are you even in my room? Kai blinked. Because it's our big night? You have your own room. Kai gave him a look. And let you hide in here until midnight? Nope. Half an hour later, they stood in the limo line outside the convention center. Neon lights bathed the city in an electric glow. Fans screamed from barricades, clutching handmade signs. Paparazzi flashed cameras so brightly that Noel felt half blind. Kai looked like a forbidden snack. He wore his black mesh shirt under a tailored vest, his trousers hugging his thighs, silver chains glittering at his throat. His hair was styled into soft waves, pink streaks glowing under the streetlights. Noel hissed, We can't go out there together. Kai snorted. We're literally nominated as a duo. Yeah. But the internet thinks we're dating. Kai grinned. They're right. Noel sputtered. No. Kai grabbed his lapels and pulled him into a quick, searing kiss. People shrieked around them. Noel shoved him off, face flaming. Kai licked his lips. Okay. Now we can go in. The red carpet was a sensory overload. Fans were chanting Naz, Velveteen, like a battle cry. Camera flashes strobed like lightning. The press shoved mics toward them. Are you two dating? One woman yelled. Kai wrapped an arm around Noel's waist. No comment. Noel glared at him. That's not a denial. Kai whispered. Exactly. Another reporter pushed forward. Naz, how do you feel about being nominated for Best Horror Streamer? Noel cleared his throat. Grateful. Terrified. Please don't make me talk more. Kai beamed at the cameras. He's shy but deadly. Noel hissed. Stop saying things that sound dirty. Kai leaned in and purred. But it's true. They finally made it into the ballroom. A glittering expanse filled with gaming celebrities, influencers, and industry execs. Crystal chandeliers sparkled overhead. Giant LED screens scrolled with award categories. Kai dragged Noel to their assigned table. This is insane. Everyone's staring at us. Noel slumped into a chair. Because you keep kissing me in public. Kai patted his knee. You love it. Noel muttered. I do not. Halfway through the ceremony, the host took the stage in a neon suit. And the winner for Best Horror Streamer is Naz. The audience erupted in applause. Kai shrieked so loudly that several people flinched. Noel froze like a deer in headlights. No, not going up there. Kai shoved him. Move, bitch. Noel stumbled up the steps, practically dragged by Kai. The host handed him the trophy, a sleek glass controller mounted on black crystal. Noel blinked into the spotlights. The ballroom seemed to tilt sideways. Thank you for watching me scream at monsters for a living. People laughed. Cameras flashed. Kai whispered, tell them I'm your good luck charm. Noel gave him a look. No. Kai grabbed a mic. Hi, I'm Velveteen. I'd like to say that Naz's ass looks incredible in this suit. The ballroom roared with laughter. Noel covered his face with one hand. Oh my God. Kai added, also, we're definitely hooking up after this. Bye. Noel nearly dropped his trophy. The host's jaw hit the floor. Security guards were visibly trying not to laugh. After the ceremony, they found themselves in a quieter hallway lined with plush carpets and soft gold lighting. Noel shoved Kai into the wall. What the fuck was that? Kai's grin was devilish. I'm manifesting. You just told the entire industry we're fucking. Kai shrugged. We could be. Noel glared. You're impossible. Kai slid his hands around Noel's waist. You love impossible. Noel opened his mouth to retort. But Kai kissed him. Slow, deep, the kind of kiss that emptied his brain. Kai murmured, Congrats, champ. Noel growled. Shut up. Kai leaned in. Take me back to the hotel. Noel's heart tripped over itself. Why? Kai's lips ghosted over his jaw. So you can finally do all the things you've been thinking about. Noel flushed crimson. We're in public. Kai's voice turned silken. Then take me somewhere private. Noel swallowed. Kai. Kai's smile softened. I'm serious, Naz. I want this. I want you. Minutes later, Noel found himself practically hauling Kai through the hotel lobby. They rode the elevator in electric silence, standing inches apart. Kai biting his lip, Noel gripping the award trophy like a weapon. Kai purred. Nervous? Shut up. Kai leaned closer. Gonna ravish me? Noel's ears turned red. God, you're annoying. Kai winked. You're hard. Noel choked. Shut up. They barely made it into Noel's hotel room before Kai pushed him against the door, kissing him fiercely. Noel dropped the trophy onto the carpet with a thud, grabbing Kai by the waist and spinning them around. Kai gasped as Noel pressed into him, one hand sliding under the mesh shirt, fingers grazing bare skin. Kai's breath stuttered. God, yes. Noel growled. I hate how you do this to me. Kai moaned, arching his back. Liar. You love it. Noel kissed down Kai's neck, tasting salt and cologne. Maybe I do. Kai tugged his tie loose. Good. Because I'm not leaving. Noel pulled back just enough to look him in the eyes. Then stay. Kai smiled. Always. And when Noel kissed him again, hungry and wild, it felt less like chaos and more like coming home. Chapter 10 Endgame. Noel Park never imagined he'd end up pressed against a hotel door with Kai Takeda's tongue in his mouth. But there he was, suit jacket half off, tie dangling, while Kai tasted him like he was something sweet and forbidden. Kai pulled back, panting. You're trembling. Noel gripped Kai's hips. I'm not. Kai smirked. You're literally shaking. Noel hissed. I've had a long night. Kai leaned in, brushing kisses along his jaw. Wanna make it longer? Noel shuddered. God, you're so. Kai licked a stripe up his neck. Delightful? Noel growled, flipped Kai around, and slammed him against the door instead. Infuriating. Kai gasped. eyes flaring wide. Oh my God. Yes. Kai's mesh shirt rode up as Noel pressed closer, hot breath mingling. Noel's hands slid beneath the thin fabric, fingers splaying across Kai's bare ribs. The delicate wing tattoo peeked through, black ink stark against pale skin. Kai's head fell back. Touch me. Noel squeezed his waist. You're insane. Kai whispered. So are you. Noel dipped lower, kissing the side of Kai's neck, teeth scraping lightly. Kai moaned, high and breathy. Fuck. Noel murmured. I hate how much I want you. Kai panted. Show me. Noel scooped Kai off his feet, carrying him to the bed. Kai squealed, arms flailing. Oh my God, warn me. Noel dropped him onto the mattress and crawled on top, looming over him. Kai looked up with flushed cheeks, lips swollen from kisses. Kai's voice turned small. Are we really doing this? Noel stared down at him, chest heaving. Do you want me to stop? Kai reached up, cupping his face. Don't you dare. Noel's heart stuttered. Good, because I don't think I can. Kai pulled Noel into another kiss, needy and hot. Noel's hands roamed lower, fingertips tracing the waistband of Kai's tight black trousers. Kai let out a shaky breath, hips bucking. Kai gasped. Off. Noel blinked. What? Kai yanked at his own belt. Take them off. Noel swallowed hard. Oh my God. Kai whined. Don't make me do it myself. Noel laughed. A low, disbelieving sound, and shoved Kai's trousers down his hips. The mesh shirt bunched higher, revealing more pale skin, lean muscle, and a dusting of glitter that somehow ended up on Kai's abs. Kai muttered, I can explain the glitter. Noel barked a laugh. I don't want you to. When Kai was finally free of his pants, Noel sat back, staring. Kai lay sprawled in nothing but his mesh shirt, breathless, pink hair a wild halo around his face. He looked devastating, beautiful, a little dangerous. Kai quirked an eyebrow. Enjoying the view? Noel exhaled shakily. Yeah, unfortunately. Kai tugged him down. Shut up and kiss me. Noel obliged, diving in. Kai clung to him, legs wrapping around his waist. The kiss grew messier, wetter, all tongue and gasping breaths. Noel ground down, making Kai whimper. Kai tore his mouth away. Fuck, Noel. Noel muttered. Say it again. Kai blinked, dazed. Say what? My name. Kai moaned. Noel. Noel kissed him again, harder. God, I'm so screwed. Kai laughed breathlessly. Welcome to my world. Their clothes vanished in frantic bursts of motion. Noel's suit jacket flung across the room. Kai's mesh shirt tossed onto a lamp. Noel paused only once, staring down at Kai sprawled beneath him. Kai reached up, brushing hair from his eyes. Hey! Noel swallowed. You're perfect. Kai blinked, genuinely startled. Then his eyes went soft. So are you. Noel kissed him again, slow and tender. This time there was no audience, no cameras, no screaming fans. Just them. Breath mingling, skin sliding together, heat pooling low in Noel's gut. Kai whispered, Take me. Noel let out a shaky laugh. Don't ever shut up, do you? Kai beamed. Not when I want something. Noel rolled his eyes. Noted. The world blurred after that. Noel's mouth traced every inch of Kai's chest, teeth grazing the delicate wing tattoo. Kai writhed, hands fisting in the sheets. He kept gasping Noel's name like a prayer, punctuated by soft curses. Noel's entire body shivered with need. God, you're everything. Kai tugged him down, eyes glassy. Then keep going. And Noel did. Much later, they lay tangled together under the sheets. The city lights spilled in through the window, casting Kai in silvery glow. Kai was sprawled across Noel's chest, hair a pink mess, cheeks still flushed. He hummed contentedly. So, worth it. Noel groaned. You're going to kill me. Kai propped himself up on one elbow. Please. You loved it. Noel glared. You're impossible. Kai smiled softly. Maybe, but you can't get rid of me now. Noel sighed. Yeah, I know. Kai's grin turned mischievous. So, now that we're officially a thing, can I post a selfie? Noel sat bolt upright. No. Kai dissolved into giggles, burying his face in Noel's chest. Half an hour later, as Kai drifted off, Noel lay awake staring at the ceiling. Everything about this was insane. Kai was chaos personified. Neon lights, glitter, mesh shirts, and yet, he'd never felt more alive. Noel looked down at Kai curled beside him, breathing slow and even. Kai's hand was curled around his own on the pillow. Noel whispered, so quietly Kai wouldn't hear, "I love you." Kai stirred, half asleep. Huh? Noel froze. Nothing. Kai cracked one eye open. Say it again. Noel blushed furiously. Shut up. Kai grinned, eyes drifting closed. I love you too, Naz. Noel stared at him for a long moment. Then he pulled Kai closer, burying his face in the crook of Kai's neck. God help me, Noel murmured. Kai mumbled sleepily, already did. Somewhere outside, neon lights blinked over the city skyline. Fans were probably still gossiping. Rumors would explode online tomorrow. But for now it was just the two of them. And for the first time in a long time, Noel didn't want to be anywhere else.